So
Nobody does
true.
it because people aren't stealing car radios anymore.
Is that what it is?
It must be.
No, because they realized that for the last 15 years they had car stereos that even if you took them out, they stopped working. The Chevy and General Motors devised this stereo that you could steal it, you dumb fuck.
Wow.
But you still steal it. They don't know that. The thieves don't know that unless they read Popular fucking Mechanics. I don't even know how I found the fuck out. So it's such a waste. But it's so weird. Like, I used to go to 148th Street and Broadway since 1979 to buy weed. They had 3 types of weed. They had Sensimilla, they had Thai weed, and they had the super mix, the master mix. They used to give you a card, and once you had 10 punches, they give you a free bag of weed. This was legit. From 82, let's be honest, to about 85. And I'll never forget one day going there on a Saturday afternoon and them going, them days are long gone. All we got on this block is crack. And seeing those 1,000 little fucking vials. And I remember like thinking about this the other day, like, and I hate to say this word, black people did not invent crack. Nobody sat at home and said, let me see what happens if I put $20 worth of coke. Nobody's ever done an experiment with cocaine. Nobody experiments with $30 worth of coke when you get this much.
Right.
So,
somebody had to break that down.
Somebody had it. It's like...
Well, explain to me what crack is exactly.
Okay, there's a couple different cracks. First in the 80s. All right, if you didn't know much about cocaine was an easy sell marketing-wise because it made people feel high. Because the only people who did blow were rock stars and musicians. So cocaine made everybody. Cocaine was Twitter. We had no social networks. Cocaine was something that when you walked in a room, if you went, everybody would look at you. Oh my God! They'd come up to you like, "How's it taste? How's the drip? Oh my God, I'm so scared." That's what it was like for fucking years. That's what it was like. Then, cocaine wasn't good enough no more. These expensive white people developed freebase, where you take it. It's like vaporizing.
Well, that's what Richard Pryor was doing.
Right. Yeah. It's like vaporizing. It's taking the blow and mixing it, and then you have to put it through a silk sock. So I gotta wait an hour to smoke it. Just give me the fucking thing and I'll snort it. It was too impatient for me. That's why I never liked it, because it took too much time. I'm not into time and people mixing it and pressing.
So it's white people fucked it all up. Of course they did.
But then the brothers figured out a way. Like in '85, people were going home, getting a coffee cup. You take 3 fingers of water, and you take a coffee cup and you throw a gram in and a tenth of baking soda, and you put it in your microwave oven for 30 seconds. And that's it. That comes out, you flip it over, whatever stays in the paper, and you can judge the cocaine because the baking soda will take all the impurities out of the cocaine. So
really?
You weigh the cocaine, it's a gram, and then you take that coke when it comes out and you put it back in the 6/10 of the gram. Everybody looks at the dealer and goes, "You're slipping, bitch. I lost 4/10 with your baking soda." So that's how you tell how good the coke is.
So the baking soda takes the impurities out of the cocaine?
All the impurities out of the cocaine. It cooks it out.
Really?
So you get the pure cocaine. It's like what they're doing now with THC. Now the big thing in LA isn't weed anymore. Well, I don't smoke weed no more.
You mean
I smoke oil. So wait a second. I got to come home and get a bong now, get a new device, and get a paper clip, and get a torch. My wife sees a blowtorch in the house, I'm out. I'm out. My wife plays the weed and the edibles. The first time she walks in the bedroom and sees a blowtorch, I'm out of the fucking house. Okay? I don't. That's all the shit you do. That's what I always say to you. Like people always go, let's vaporize. It's just an extra drama. Just smoke the fucking weed and shit.
Vaporizing is interesting.
I understand. I understand the thing. But it's other quick things. It's what happens all the time.
That cannonball thing, the volcano thing, that's not the quickest device, but there's a few of them that are really
there's
quick.
Always a fucking
the one that Eddie Bravo uses, the one with the glass thing, you just set it over the while you're coughing. This is an excellent ad for vaporizers.
Is Aria in there?
No, where's Ari?
I think you're up.
Yeah, I think you're up right now.
Oh Jesus!
I forgot to mention.
I know where Ari went. He disappeared.
He had
Did not do a set?
Spot.
You just interrupted the history of crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt it.
The 10 crack.
I don't know how it ends. How's it gonna end?
I heard that when there was a big crack epidemic, I think it was crack that some people say that the CIA started it.
Well, Michael Rupert, one of the guys, we had him on this podcast. He was an LA narcotics officer or an LA police department officer. I don't know if he worked narcotics, but he caught the CIA selling crack.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I mean, I think it's been proven that there's been some involvement with some, you can't say like the CIA sells drugs, but if there's some people that work for the CIA or have worked for the CIA, and the idea that no one is corrupt in your entire organization, there's a lot of goddamn people in the CIA, and somebody might have thought it was a good idea to listen. Let's just fucking pack this plane up with coke, make $1 million. I mean, it's right here.
Was it to fund covert ops or something like that?
A lot of it,
Is that
I bet.
why they did it?
A lot of it, I bet. I think it's been just a thing that they've always done. I think it's, I mean, people at the highest ends of government that can get away with siphoning some money out of an illegal trade like drugs and just figure out how to keep it in, keep it all on paper. That's totally possible. It's been done. It's been pretty much proven. I bet you could prove it in court that a lot of what funded arms during the Iran Contra affair,
thing, yeah.
A lot of that was coming out of them selling drugs. Scary shit. If it's
scary,
true.
yeah.
There's a guy named Barry Seals. It's a very famous case out of Mena, Arkansas, where when Clinton was governor there, these two kids had apparently watched a cocaine drop. And there was a guy named Barry Seals who was a pilot who was flying back and forth to South America and had been doing it forever. And he was a drug dealer, and he had been doing it forever. And he had been doing it for the CIA, he says. I mean, that's what he had said. And he has all these photos of him with all these foreign dignitaries and all these fucking dudes down in El Salvador and all these different parts of the world. He's buying coke and bringing it back. I mean, it's really crazy shit. And then they caught him because these two kids watched this drop. And they found the kids, and so they killed the kids.
Oh, they did?
And they killed the kids, and they left their bodies on the train tracks and tried to say, oh, these kids got high, and they're laid on the train tracks. Well, their parents went and got autopsies done on the kids, and it turned out they had been stabbed.
Oh.
So they knew, yeah. So, I mean, they fucking knifed these kids because they saw them drop the coke.
But what's a scarier thought to you, just like rogue CIA guys that are selling drugs, or the government is like, let's sell drugs to a portion of the population that we're just not crazy about and see them destruct themselves?
That's scary to
That's
me.
what's really
That's
fucking
Super scary, but that implies that the only problem with that is that would require a very, very large conspiracy. That to have that be policy.
There's no upside to that.
To have that be policy, to have that be like a CIA policy, that would involve an enormous conspiracy. It's much more likely that there are some members that can get away with doing things with, they just have enough influence that they can get away with moving certain things, and they have enough contacts with it. Look, it's been known that the United States and all these different various agencies have engaged in illegal activity in order to catch people doing illegal shit. Like the government has been involved, and they've actually gotten coke that they've got from other busts and used it to create deals to arrest people. I mean, that kind of stuff has been done before. So it's at a certain point in time,
Yeah.
That's been going on for you. Seems like a lot of movies about that.
I think it's a legit way to make money. I think they've always done it. I think someone's always stepped in and made a few $1 million here or there. I don't know if it's. I can't believe that it's the CIA's policy to do that.
There's something tsunami.
It's right. TWA.